A few months ago, I was in a waiting room that was shared between a dermatologist and a plastic surgeon. Now, I was bored, and someone had just taken the last National Geographic. So I just looked around the room. But all I saw were these advertisements for different cosmetic surgeries that people could have, and these negative buzzwords associated with them. Things like hate your tired-looking eyes, fed up with excessive wrinkles, bothered by abundant fat in place XYZ. But the advertisement that struck me the most was the biggest one. One that promised to reduce the appearance of unsightly cellulite. Now, I have cellulite, and I thought it was incredibly common. But if there were ads to get rid of it, maybe it wasn't common. Maybe there was something wrong with me. My entire view on both cellulite and my body turned around in just a few seconds. So, like I do whenever I'm confused, I started to research. What is cellulite? What causes it? And why are we trying so hard to get rid of it? Well, cellulite is fat pockets that are compressed by fibrous tissues that connect the skin to the underlying muscle. This creates a raised appearance of the fat cells and causes dimpling. But my first worry that it was uncommon was actually way off. According to the Journal of Cosmetic and Laser Therapy, 85 to 98% of women have cellulite. And men have it too, but the Cleveland Clinic estimates it at less than 10%. So, what is it? Well, this question was a lot harder to answer than I thought it was going to be. Sources from the National Institute of Health, the Mayo Clinic, and the Cleveland Clinic are all unsure. But there are a few theories. The first theory is that in fat tissue storage, while men's fibrous tissues that connect the skin and the muscle are laid out in lattice shapes, women's are in parallel cords. Some researchers think that this may increase the visibility of cellulite. Another theory is that it is caused by the female sex hormone estrogen, but no one's entirely sure why. The third theory is that while men are more likely to have visceral adipocytes, which are fat stores along the abdomen and internal organs, women are more likely to have gluteofemoral adipocytes, which is a very large word to say that we store fat along our thighs, hips, butt, and lower abdomen, all the places where cellulite is most common. Now, these fat stores are present on everyone, which may explain why incredibly lean, incredibly fit women also show cellulite. But why are we trying so hard to get rid of it? If we've proven that it's not harmful to people's health, it's not a disease or caused by a virus, and some doctors even want to reclassify it as a secondary sex trait like Adam's apples in men or breast tissue in women, why are most scientific articles about how to get rid of it instead of what actually causes it? Now, I want you to think about the first time you started to feel self-conscious about your cellulite. Maybe you were like me, and you were in a doctor's office, and you saw that maybe your body didn't look normal. Or maybe you were doing something as dull as going grocery shopping, and you saw magazines like these, promising diets to get slim fast and get perfect undimpled thighs. Now, with the cosmetic surgery industry costing over $16 billion in 2020 for purely aesthetic surgeries, with post-pandemic numbers rising, and with some cellulite treatments costing over $10,000, it's obvious that the goal of selling women our insecurities pays off. Now, we are constantly told from a young age that we look tired, we look unsightly, we are both too much and not enough at the same time. We are taught to ignore our humanity, our kindness, our beliefs, and our creeds so that we can be the latest and greatest version of pretty. Calling cellulite unsightly, with 85 to 98% of women having it, is like statistically calling 9 out of 10 women unsightly. This is not the reality we live in, but it is the reality we're being fed. So, next time you feel yourself becoming self-conscious about your cellulite, I want you to put yourself in my shoes. Put yourself in that waiting room and you see all of your insecurities splayed out in front of you. I want you to ask yourself if you are being sold the idea of beauty instead of feeling it. And it really doesn't just stop at cellulite. Whether it's wrinkles, gray hair, large pores, acne spots, we are constantly told that these things about ourselves are not normal, when really it's just our human body doing what every human body wants to do. So put yourself in that waiting room. Are you being sold beauty by these companies? Why are we allowing them to make us feel like less than the beautiful people we are, inside and out? Now I want you to ask yourself if we're going to allow them to continue to do it. Thank you.